Hey, it's Doug from the Rise Above Gym channel. And are you banging your wrist when you're doing the kettlebell snatch? Ouch. Well, I have some tips and tricks to help smooth it out to make you a kettlebell snatch master. Let's check it out. I got this question about how not to bang your wrist doing the kettlebell snatches from one of my audience members. So thank you. If you ever have questions, just put them down in the comments in the video and I'll make a video on it. I did a kettlebell video on the difference between the competition style, the sport style versus the regular hard style snatch. I'll put a link up there if you want to see it. For this video, I'm going to go mostly over the hard style snatch technique. So that's what most people do kind of in their training unless they're competing. So that's a little bit more popular. So we'll go over that. And then that one kind of lends itself more to the banging of the wrist. So what is the banging of the wrist? So usually you'll do a snatch and this thing comes down and hits pretty darn hard on your wrist. And after a few reps, that's not feeling so good and you're not going to want to do it anymore. So let's start to smooth that out. First, a few reasons why you are banging your wrist. One, I'm going to say you might not have the greatest one-arm swing. So we want to make sure that we have a good one-arm swing, and we'll go over that in the exercise portion. Two, you may be using too much of a weight, which will cause you to, three, grip too hard and be, a little bit kind of hesitant to get it over your head. So if the weight's heavy, or if I'm just hesitant in general, I'm gonna grip this handle and then it's gonna bang against my wrist, and we don't wanna do that. Also, swinging in a full half circle arch will cause it to bang more. What I mean by that is when I'm swinging through, I'm moving in this arch versus cutting the angle. So I'm going way out and then banging down. It has a big trajectory and it's just going to create a lot of velocity and force and bang, versus keeping it close to the body and then I'm able to open up. And again, we'll go over that in the exercise portion. Lastly, you have to be patient. The bell has to travel a long way from the backswing to overhead. If we try to go too fast and get it overhead, we'll have a little bit more tendency to bang the wrist. So next I'm going to show you some exercises and drills that you can do in your training to help smooth everything out. The first thing I mentioned is you want to have a good one-arm swing. That means choosing the right weight, doing a nice hard style hip hinge, hike. So you want to be able to hike it through, generate the appropriate power through the legs, and get it roughly parallel. So if you have too heavy a weight and it's only getting here, or you're not able to pop your hips, and then you'll have to kind of muscle it up, chances are you're going to bang your wrist pretty darn bad. So have a good one-arm swing. So next, we're going to get that one-arm swing, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a release. When we do the snatch, we have to let go of the bell a little bit, not completely, just lighten our grip so the bell can travel through or over our hand, or our hand can travel through the handle or window of the bell. So a good drill to help you learn this is to get a nice hard style swing. I'm going to do a couple. And then when I get it up to parallel, I'm going to let go just a little bit. I can exaggerate, let go a little bit more, but I'm just going to let go a little bit at the top. Loosen my hand, loosen my grip a little bit. The bell's still connected to me, but I have a very light touch at the top right here. Okay, so that's going to help transition to the overhead portion when we transition and get that pull, which we're going to do next. So next, I talked about not doing a complete half circle swing. So the trajectory of the bell, even in the hard style, is a motion coming out. And if the bell keeps traveling that way, it's going to keep traveling in the circle. So what we have to do is keep the upper arm close and pull a little bit to keep it close so we can kind of do like a reverse G and in. So it's in and up. So what I'm going to do is a high pull. So I'll get a couple swings going. Now I'm going to high pull. And when I high pull, I'm doing that little relaxation of my hand. So what I'm doing is cutting that circle in half, and then I'll be able to go overhead much easier. One way I recommend learning to do this is do a couple swings and one high pull. So let's say I'll do 3 swings, 1 high pull, 3 swings, 1 high pull. So 3 swings, and then one high pull, and I'll go back to 3 swings. 1, 2, 3, and then I'll go high pull. So that's a good way to do it so you're not high pulling every time. Next, we talked about sliding the hand through the handle or through the window of the bell here. So we've got that loose grip. Now we got to push it through. So the punch or the spear or whatever you want to call it, it is a little bit active. You don't want to be lackadaisical about it. You want to push through. So a good way to do that is not going to the top right away. It's kind of working in this zone up here. So where we let go of the bell or kind of loosened our grip on the bell, I'm going to start to push my hand through and spear through a little bit. So I'm going to do about 3 swings and I'll start doing the spear. All right, start spearing a little bit. That was a little bit awkward. There we go. So I'm spearing through and then I'm just grabbing at the top. I'm letting it ride over my hand. So now as you get better, you can start walking up your arm. I'm giving a little bit of a pull and I'm just walking the ladder to the overhead position. So you can do that spear low. Try to get smooth. As you saw, my first one was not great, and then I started smoothing it out. You should feel like nothing happened. The bell is just connected. And then I just started walking the ladder up, and that's a good way to learn to the fixation overhead. Another way you can learn it is the top-down approach. So you start from the fixation and drop down, and sometimes it's easier to reverse engineer it. So I'm going to bring it overhead. Now, for the proper hand position, my hand, it's resting along the palm and kind of thumb pad across my hand up here. The reason is it's against my wrist and there's no window. If I'm gripping the bell, what's going to happen, you'll see this window right here and my forearm and my hand is flexed back and it's creating this window and that's going to create the banging. That's usually from a too much grip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset my hand and I'm going to start overhead. Now I'm just going to gently lean back and do like a little jump shot and bring it down and see if I can transfer the handle from the palm to the lower base of my fingers. So I'm going to drop, lean, and I can clean it up or I can snatch it back up or swing. Okay, so maybe I'll bring it back up. It's at the base of my palm, good fixation, I'm settled. I'm going to lean back and then flip it forward. And I can go back up. I like to go back up, but you can just bring it back to the swing. So let's do it one more time. I'm going to flip, back to the swing, and if I need to bring it back up, I can. All right, let's put it all together now. So what we're going to do is we're not going to go straight to snatches. I'm going to go 2 swings. Let's do 1 high pull with a light grip, and then see if I can high pull and go into the snatch. And then I'm going to bring it down and then repeat. So let's go 3 swings. All right, 3, I'm going to go 1 high pull with a light grip, and then I'm going to go high pull and then open my hand with the patience. So I'll bring it down again. So with the patience, I wait, boom, and it settles. So as you can see, I pull, open my hand here, it's settled and in. I'm not gripping anymore. I'm exaggerating this a lot so you can see it, but again, I pull, open, settle. So one more time, I'll do 3. Let's do 2 high pulls. 1, relax, and then pull, open, boom, settle. So there you have it, the kettlebell snatch, how not to bang your hand or your forearm when you're doing it. It's going to take some time, so practice, build it up, don't just go out and try to do snatches. Use these drills, incorporate them into your workout. As you can see, they're a good workout in and of itself. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like it down below. Put a comment down if you have a question on anything. Also consider subscribing. I try to put a new video out every week. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.